Welcome back. I'm joined by Championship correspondent Pascal Lemaire to preview Saturday's clash between Middlesbrough and Charlton. Pascal, start with the home side now, 8 games unbeaten.
Yeah, they're absolutely flying, aren't they? Last time out, it was a big game at Brentford, obviously one of the sides in the top 6 with them, and they did really well there. I think Brentford played well for a lot of that game, but Borough sort of hung on. I mean, first half particularly, they were sort of under the cosh, but they managed to get a goal, another penalty for Grant Limber to 11 goals for the season now, with 8 of which have been penalties. You know, he just doesn't miss from the spot. It wasn't a particularly good penalty, nowhere near the corner, but he sort of foxed the keeper, sent him the wrong way, so impressive there. And like you say, 8 games unbeaten, 6 wins in that stretch, and 7 clean sheets as well. So they're doing so well. I mean, they're just a point off the top. Bournemouth and Derby both won last weekend. So they could have gone top if results had gone their way, but still third in the table, looking really good. And with Ipswich dropping points, they've managed to sort of pull away a bit from that. And I think they're 8 clear of 7th place now. So there's a long way back to out of the playoffs. So they look pretty set on for a good finish in the playoffs at the very least. And I think that all those clean sheets. I mean, Karanka, I think he's got a good relationship with those some people at Chelsea, because he's got players like Patrick Bamford, Kenneth Amaru, the centre back. They've got a good relationship there, and I think that they remind me of sort of Mourinho's old Chelsea, and the way they sort of not playing too well, but a lot of clean sheets and a lot of sort of 1 and 2-0 wins here and there. So they remind me a bit like that, and I'd be very surprised if they're not sort of in the top 3 or 4 come the end of the season.
Moving on to Charlton, they're sitting uncomfortably, aren't they, in the table at the moment?
Definitely. I mean, Guy Luzon's come in, he's had 2 games, and the most recent one, that was his first game at home against Rotherham, and I think they would have really fancied winning that game. Rotherham, one of the sides below them in the table. They're 18th in the league now, Rotherham, one of the teams below them. And I think, to not win at home against a team like that is disappointing, especially when they took the lead and then they conceded a very late goal as well. So a bit of a crushing blow for them. Obviously, he's still looking for his first win. And another draw, though, he's in his first 2 games to Charlie's had 2 draws. The one at Wolves the previous week, that was a good draw for them, but home to Rotherham, very disappointing. And that's now 15 draws for the season for them out of 28 games. That's 3 more than anyone else. So many draws they've had this year. And obviously, Luzon is coming. He couldn't do too much in the transfer market. Bought in this guy Lapointe, who's coming in midfield, and he actually set up their goal against Rotherham. So a little bit of impact from him. And since then, they've actually signed Roger Johnson, who left Wolves. Finally had his contract cancelled. He had a terrible time there, and he's come in now. So I think that'll be a good signing for them at the back. Whether he plays a lot, I'm not too sure, because their defence has been pretty good this season. So it'll be interesting to see if he comes in. But yeah, just 6 points off the drop zone now. So this is a big game for them. If they're going to. I don't really think that they've got much of a chance at Borough, but they are right down there in the thick of it now.
So Middlesbrough red hot favourites for this game. Do you think they'll win?
I absolutely do. Yeah, like I said, they are doing so well, and Charlton actually haven't scored in their last 3 games against Middlesbrough. So if Middlesbrough's clean sheet record wasn't bad enough, Charlton's record against Borough is bad as well. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 Middlesbrough win.
Thoughts on going for a 2-0 Middlesbrough win?